All right, in this example, we're going to be looking at the income statement and how we prepare the income statement. It's super easy at the end of the day, but you have to have your trial balance complete. And so although in this lesson or this example, I'm giving you the trial balance, sometimes you're going to have to prepare the trial balance. So if you are looking at the last video where we did the journal entries, remember that we would take the journal entries and post them to the T accounts. And then from the T accounts, we would summarize them and then put them on an unadjusted trial balance. Now I do have lessons on that a couple of lessons ago and even in last section. So it's important to go through that if you're kind of unfamiliar or you're still not perfect on it. But in this example, I'm giving you the trial balance. So it makes this example really easy at the end of the day. So let's take a look at our question here. To the left is the unadjusted trial balance for Walnut Creek Inc. that was completed in section 3. Using the information on the left, prepare the income statement for Walnut Creek Inc. as of 4/31/20X1. All right, so we've got all of this information. The first thing that we're going to do is the first thing that you should do is figure out what accounts are we actually going to use in the income statement. So if you remember that the income statement has what? It has revenues and expenses. So if it's not a revenue and expense, we don't care about it at all on the statement, okay? So let's take a look here and just go by kind of really quickly if it's a revenue and expense. So cash is an asset, so nope. Accounts receivable, that's an asset, nope. Prepaid insurance expense, some students will get this wrong. It's not an expense, it's an asset. Supplies is an asset. Equipment is an asset. Sign is an asset. Logo is an asset. Accounts payable, pay, liabilities. Deferred revenue, we're deferring the revenue, that's a liability. Notes payable, that's a liability. Common stock is an owner's capital. Service revenues, there's our revenue. So we've got a revenue here. What about sales revenue? That's a revenue there. What about wages expense? That's an expense. Advertising expense, that's an expense. Internet service, that's an expense. Okay, so that's what we have here is we've got some revenues and expenses. So we need to prepare the income statement. So I'm going to roll it forward here to this income statement. So obviously I don't have the trial balance on here. There's just not enough space. But basically, if you want to screenshot this now. All right, moving on here. So let's start with revenues and expenses. Now, the biggest question that I often see is like, you see that there's 2 columns for numbers here at the very right-hand side of the account names. So the way that I would do this is if you have a total, so like total revenues, total operating expenses, then put all of the subsidiary numbers on the left-hand side, then total them up and just put the total on the right-hand side. So let me show you what I mean there. So service revenue. So service revenues came out to $7,500, right? So $7,500. So I put it on the left-hand side because that's going to be a subsidiary because we are going to add it to get total revenues on the right-hand side. Then the next one is sales revenue. So I can go back to my unadjusted. Sales revenues is $2,500. So I'm going to go $2,500. And then from here, we would get to total revenue. Well, what would total revenue be? It would be all of the revenues. So we would add up all the revenues. So 7,500 plus 2,500 is 10,000. So I will move the 10,000 here because that's the total. Those are the numbers that we're actually going to add at the end of this or subtract at the end of this, okay? Now, you don't have to do it this way. You could actually just legitimately just put it all in one column, but this provides a better look to it so that people can kind of see, okay, these are the number that's important, these are not. Now, as an investor, I want to know what the total revenue is. Sure, the breakdown's great, but give me the total revenue because I want to know how much they're bringing in. And then from there, I can synthesize and go a little bit deeper and go, okay, of this 10,000, 7,500 was because of service, 2,500 was from sales. So again, trying to figure out what would be most useful to the end user. All right, moving on to sales. Salaries and wages expense. So salaries and wages expense. Salaries expense was $1,600. So we're going to put $1,600 right here. Advertising expense. Advertising expense was $500. And then internet service expense was that $125 at the bottom. So $125. Now $1,600 plus $500 plus $125 gets us $2,225. And then from there, we need to get to net income. So what's the equation for net income? Revenues minus expenses is net income. So 10,000 minus minus $2,225 is $7,775. So this company is doing great right now because their income right now is a profit of $7,775. So that is preparing the income statement. Couldn't be any easier. It literally is a copy job. Now, where this can be a little bit more confusing is obviously for video purposes, I'm giving you a little bit more things than I maybe normally would give you. But here, maybe I don't give you the header. So you need to figure out what the header is. Who, the what, the when. Who is this for? Walnut Creek Inc. What is this for? Income statement for the period of April 30th, 20x1. Okay. Maybe I don't give you any of this layout. Maybe you have to come up with a layout. So you got to know that you got to put the header. You got to put on the left-hand side, you got to put all the account names. You got to put the totals and the net incomes. And then on the right side, you'll put the numbers. So don't take it for granted that I've literally given you a template and you just have to write in the numbers. You could be in a situation where you actually have to prepare this from scratch. And so you have to figure out how to do an income statement without a guide here. Okay. So for video, we try to help you out so that we're not spending so much time you watching me write service revenue, sales revenue, right? That's just boring things. You know that. You can get to that. So, but don't rest on your laurels like, oh, this is easy. I don't have to do anything about it. You actually have to do something about it because this one is not what happens at the real world. You don't really have a template per se. You're going to have to come up with it from the trial balance. So just know that going forward. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson on preparing or example walkthrough of an income statement, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, it's Patrick. Before you skip ahead to the next section, just wanted to come on here and tell you to not forget to like this video and maybe share this video with someone that you know that would get a lot out of this lesson. Maybe a classmate that you know. This would be a great way to introduce them to this channel. So share this video with them, maybe your mom or your dad, someone, so that they know that you're really learning accounting topics here on YouTube and you're not just playing cat videos over and over again. Now, if you want to help us grow this channel, what would be great is if you press the subscribe button and maybe even turn on the notification bell if you want to get alerted the next time we upload a video to this channel. And put in the comment section below, what did you eat last night? It would be so weird for people to come and look at the comments, but what did you eat last night? I might throw in a comment after you if you put that in the comment section below. So do that now. What did you eat last night? All right, so enough of the fun stuff. Hope you enjoyed this lesson and we'll see you in the next video.